Walao you kanina betul.
Wow, this burger damn shooks, yeah. Yeah.
It is being judged. I think maybe because people think it's a bit pretentious.
I have this thing called inferiority complex, so like I'm a bit scared of like being left out.
Would you change your accent depending on who you're talking to? I want to know what Singaporeans think of Singlish and Ang Moh accent. Where are you from?
Bedok, capital of Singapore.
Great, so you're from Singapore. Would you say that you have an accent?
Do I have an accent? Probably a standard English accent and a Singaporean like Singlish thing.
Can you also speak Singlish?
Yes, I guess so. Is this English for you? Is this English enough for you?
Would you say that you change your accent depending on who you talk to?
Yeah, for sure. Depends on the context as well. Yeah.
Can you explain more when you would change the accent and who you talk differently to?
I think when I'm with foreigners, if like Singaporeans are very staccato rhythm, it's very like soft beats, and we tend to shorten the vowel sounds as well. So when I speak to foreigners, I need to lengthen the vowel sounds a bit, enunciate my words a little bit better, intentionally spend a bit more effort to enunciate my words. But generally, when I'm with friends or when I'm with hawkers, I don't usually speak like enunciate my words so clearly. I think they can understand if I speak like that or you don't understand me. Yes, I.
So if you were in a job interview, how would you speak to the job interviewer?
It depends on whether I'm speaking to SME boss or like a MNC. Yeah, if it's SME, I might even code switch a little bit, might speak in colloquial terms, might use some Singlish. But if it's an MNC boss, is a foreigner, then obviously I'll use more standard English.
So you think code switching between Singlish and Ang Moh accent is not a problem?
It's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem, yeah. Unless some people judge people's accents. I think on social media, people tend to judge people for putting on a different kind of accent. And I think it's fine. Like, if that's the way they speak, that's fine. Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot that, oh, you like, now you've lived abroad for a while and now you just have this Ang Moh accent, so they're faking it. So this is kind of like being judged in Singapore.
It is being judged. I think maybe because people think it's a bit pretentious. I can see where they're coming from. I like to see both sides and not just like, not just take one side of the story. I think if you're being a bit too pretentious, then yeah, maybe I guess so. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Singapore.
Do you speak Singlish?
Yeah, like every day.
Do you think in general you have an accent?
Maybe like the normal Singaporean accent. Yeah.
And do you sometimes speak differently when you are with other people?
I have this thing called inferiority complex, so like I'm a bit scared of like being left out. So every time I talk to someone, I try to match their energy and their vibe. For example, their accent. So for example, if they talk in a certain way, I'll try to match their tone so that I won't be feeling like left out. Yeah.
And for example, if you had a job interview, how would you talk to the job interviewer?
Obviously not in my normal English accent but like if I talk to someone who is of like example I want to get into the job of their scope, I will definitely talk in a more professional way and not use any Singlish.
So you think that people who code switch from Singlish to Ang Moh accent, they're not faking it. It's totally okay to do that.
I think that the only fake reason, right, is when, for example, you're taking a YouTube video or like TikTok video. There's a thing called like influencer accent. So like when you talk to a camera, you have like a more expressionless tone. So like you talk in a more vibrant and expressive way instead of talking to a friend. So I think that's one of the more figure reasons. But normally when you're talking to someone and you're trying to match your tone, I think that's perfectly fine.
Give us the most Singlish phrase that you can think of.
Wow, this burger damn shooks, yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you very much. That was great. Where are you from?
I'm from here, Singapore. Local. Yeah. Yeah, Singapore.
And would you say that you have an accent?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
No, just a Singaporean accent.
And can you guys speak Singlish?
Yeah, of course. Totally. I mean, like when you live here. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can, but I don't know about her.
Do you ever come into situations where you code switch between Singlish and Ang Moh accent?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
When would that be?
Honestly, I feel like it depends who I'm talking to. Like relatives.
The job.
Oh, on the job. Yeah, like on the job. Like when I be professional, like obviously I'm not like as informal when I talk to people at work or like, when I'm having a presentation at school. Like I'm bound to sound slightly different. Yeah.
What about you?
Actually, same as her. Like, it depends on the context of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a job interview, you would switch to Ang Moh English.
I wouldn't say it's Ang Moh English. It's just more of like
Proper
a
English.
yeah, like you.
You try to like put yourself together more and like try to sound better, you know?
Would you say you have a disadvantage when speaking Singlish?
I don't think so. I mean, if you live and work in Singapore, like the people here are mostly Singaporean, they mostly speak Singlish. So I think you're just blending in. I think it makes you seem more like one of them. So I think it really depends on the context.
I feel like because if you speak in Singlish, then a lot of people wouldn't understand you if you're
Oh,
from
that is
like
true.
international.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's probably why we don't use Singlish in like in a more professional context. Yeah.
Like, you don't think that code switching is a problem? It's not like faking it, because a lot of people also judge
Oh my God,
Singaporeans.
I totally get you. Like you're like, wait, like you didn't sound like that earlier. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like it's subconscious. Like, it kind of just pops out. You're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. See.
You feel me?
And now give me your most Singlish phrase.
Walao eh, you kanina pe But it is like if you go,
That's fine.
oh my god, you know, like
And okay, now your turn. Your turn.
Like, walao eh. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Where are you from?
Singapore?
So, you're from Singapore. Do you think you have an accent?
No. No.
Do you speak Singlish?
Yeah.
Would you ever come into situations where you try to switch your accent to a more Ang Moh accent to maybe be more professional?
No.
So you think speaking Singlish has no kind of disadvantages?
No. No.
And what do you think of people that do that? They code switch from Singlish to Ang Moh accent. Do you think they fake it?
I think they're just trying to be funny. They're just trying to be funny. I think just be yourself lah. But you shouldn't like be professional just because you want to switch to Ang Moh, just because you want to be professional.
You do know some people who switch code, right?
No. Not at all.
Where are you from?
I'm from India.
Are you visiting Singapore?
I live here.
And would you say that you have an accent?
I kind of have like the international accent, not really like Singaporean accent.
Can you speak Singlish?
Cannot laugh.
Cannot lah. Okay. Would you say that people sometimes switch from Singaporean accent to like a more Ang Moh accent?
I think so. Yeah.
Why do you think they do that?
Probably like depending on who they're talking to, like code switching. Like sometimes if I'm speaking to locals, I'll try to like, I don't know, kind of copy their accent versus when I'm talking to like my friends, I'll be more like westernized, that's like Indian accent.
And then what are your thoughts when you hear your Singaporean friends suddenly switching to an Ang Moh accent when they maybe speak to, like someone who's more important or like influential?
I guess it's kind of shocking. I don't know.
Give me your most Singlish phrase that you can think of.
I have no idea. Like,
No? Okay, you just said cannot lah. That's okay. Can you say that again?
cannot laugh.
Thank you so much. Let me know what you think about code switching from Singlish to Ang Moh accent and your most Singlish phrase.